All right, so it wouldn't be a trip to Nashville without a visit to see our friends here at Novo Guitars. We're going to go and see what makes these guitars so unique. We're going to look at a few different parts of the manufacturing process and just show you how cool they are. We've got some really amazing new limited edition guitars that are exclusive to Peach to show you as well. So let's get into it. Let's go in. Let's go.
When we get our fresh pallets of wood in, that being our pine and our swamp ash, one of the first things we do is we weigh every single piece of wood.
Right.
And that's going to help us determine what the overall weight of the guitar will be when it's completed.
Sure.
So we have different weight classes that we try to hit for every single guitar model. So it really starts with a piece of wood.
Yeah.
So we'll determine the weight, and then he'll cut them down to size, to spec, and then we'll start to organize them based on what model they can be used for, based on the weight, but also the grain and the color of the wood. That's also a huge factor for what type of finish you're going to put on the guitar.
Of course, yeah.
You know, we'll save our really nice, ideal cathedral graining for those nice, clear amber finishes.
Yeah.
Where you can really see it's very striking.
Like our Ceres T's, those ones.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Those were one-piece bodies.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
one-piece
Very
fine
cool.
bodies. Those things came out incredible. So this is what Rough Mill is prepared for CNC. So you can see we've got the truss rod in there. You've really just got the fingerboard and the neck blank glued up here. And from here, the Haas machine's going to take it the rest of the way.
And that's how it comes out.
This is
Yeah.
not touched after the Haas. So
Yeah.
this is directly straight off the machine.
Yeah.
Get the full carve profile, fret slots and inlays. It's really impressive what this machine can do.
Yeah, amazing.
So let's see if we can find a cool one here.
Nice. Maple top.
Yeah, nice maple top, pine back. Newer model for this year, the
Yeah.
H2 version of the P2 that we had
Yeah.
last year. These things are doing very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is where we chop up all the bodies over here on the Laguna machines, and they cut every body in house.
Yeah.
I think another really important part of what we do, this is where we fit every guitar.
Yeah.
So once they come out of sanding, the neck and the bodies are fully sanded up, and from here, we're gonna put the neck into the pocket, measure the neck pitch, so we can make sure it's appropriate for the bridge that's going on the
Yep.
guitar. We'll make some slight adjustments, and then every neck has to be fit or sanded down to fit in.
Yeah.
We make them slightly oversized so that we can actually take it down a little bit and get the absolute perfect fit.
All right.
Another cool thing we do that I haven't really seen, I've never seen anywhere else, are the keys.
Yeah, I was just
and the
looking at
pins.
this. Yeah. Tell us a bit more about that.
So all of our necks have the standard, you know, what you're familiar with, the
Yep.
4-bolt pattern.
Yep.
Then we have 2 metal keys and a pin that go in there. And what that does is it's going to prevent the neck from ever shifting left or right or forward and backwards. It's really going to hold it in place. You can see it has the matching slots on the neck. It's one of the things that not a lot of people know about, but
and that's why, you know, it's often the things that go under the hood that you know that make it so important, isn't it? As well,
it's an accumulation of all those things that
all the little things,
an incredible
and all that will surely add to the overall resonance of the guitar as well, I guess.
It does for sure. It gets the cleanest, tightest fit we can get on here.
Yeah.
In most cases, every guitar I've seen come through here, you can actually fit the neck in there without the screws.
Yeah.
And it gets bolted up. It'll fit right in there.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And then the last thing they'll do after they've done all this fitting is they'll make sure the body lines up with the heel so there's no overhang. So they'll sand that portion down. Make it nice and
a lot of the time at home I sit and play my Novos just not even through an amp. You know, there's just, especially when you add the mastery on there as well, it's almost like a little amp built into it.
What's up, Joe?
How's it going? All right.
We got the guys here from Peach.
The first thing everybody loves to see in here is our color wall.
Yeah.
It's just not every color we do, but it is a good representation of the vast majority of colors we offer here at Novo. So this is kind of like midweek progress. We have different builds and different stages of the process. So these guys have their color, but no top coat.
No.
So you can kind of see what a toasted marshmallow looks like before we really start adding some more color to it to kind of blend everything in. And then, you know, you got your classics like you know, classic 64 burst.
Yeah, I love that burst.
I do too.
I've said it, you know, for years to Dennis, you know, about how much I love that finish, and you know, I've got a few nice like old Strats, including some refins, and he was like, just send it over, we'll do a nice 64 burst for you. So maybe I will one day.
But then you have the sparkles. These are these sparkles have had their first round of flake. We level sand them, and then I'm here in the next like 30 minutes or so. I'm going to put some more flake on. That's a, you know, dark side sparkle, you know, halfway through the process.
Is it? Oh wow.
So we spray the flake on, and then
Yeah.
you know, level sand it again, and then that's when I start spraying the toner on them. You know, when we did that signature, I had no idea we would turn that into a actual
thing. Yeah.
And it's, you know, obviously there was a big response. People wanted your guitars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But your red on yours is a little bit different, so
Yeah.
yours will always be more unique than the rest
More
of
special.
them. Yeah, along with the neck as well being
Yeah,
painted.
of
I told
course,
them no painted necks after that.
Yeah. I heard that was one and done.
Yeah, that was very, very tricky, very time consuming, because you know, you want to get it right and everything.
Exactly,
So that's kind of, you know, what's going on in here. I see some of our dealer limited runs, and before they get their amber back inside, so that's a Pelham burst. And then we have the amber burst.
Yeah, that's lovely.
So this is obviously before it has the amber like these guys have. And you know, these are, you know, typically 2-day finishes. This is what we do on the first day. I'll come back and scrape that binding, clean that up, and then get it ready to mask for tomorrow. Like these guys are. They're in the opposite side of things, where they've had their tops sprayed. They got their amber on here, so the top is masked off and everything, along with the binding as well. And there's your nice amber back inside for you.
Lovely.
Yeah, always a big hit with everyone around the shop and, you know, customers alike. So
the
it's nice
are great.
nice when everybody agrees on it.
Yeah, so in distressing, the very first thing that we do with all of our necks and bodies are they go into a freezer. And they go into there so we can start initiating that checking, get that process started. So we'll pull those guys out. Sometimes we'll help the checking a little bit get started by hitting it with a heat gun real quick. But other than that, they come straight out of the freezer and go straight to distressing. These are a couple of necks that have come to the distressing department from fret dressing. So you've got your nice rolled edge here, all the frets are polished up and rounded, boards ready to go. And this is essentially what a neck looks like before distressing tackles it. So you'll notice we've got finish on the heel and the headstock here. This is all just raw roasted maple. So from in here, what they'll do is they'll sand this back a little bit. They'll get rid of a little bit of overspray from paint. Then they'll come in here and we'll rub in some graphite, give it that nice old kind of dirtyish type of look, worn in look, right? We'll put a little bit of a stain on it, and then we'll polish it back even more, and then that's what you get at the final stage.
They do actually look like they've had a finish on them, don't they, and worn back. You know, the final result. I wouldn't have known that you did it that way. That's really cool.
I'll grab a finish neck for a comparison. This is one that just came in, and this is one we've just finished up. We've made this one a little bit darker because it is our heaviest distress level. But wow, that's what you get.
I mean, and that looks like how an old Fender, you know, an old Fender actually
feels
looks.
like it too.
Yeah. That's the thing, you know, even just going back to the first guitar I played from you guys, it was just instant, like, that feel of the neck's just incredible.
So that's one of our biggest compliments we get on every guitar is the feel of the neck.
How cool is this? So this is a Peach Guitars Dealer Limited Ceres T. So look at that. Beautiful amber one-piece back. But the real kicker with these is the finishes that we've gone with. So The whole idea with these ones was to do that really glorious amber natural back like that, but then have a really cool, you know, really vivid colour on the front here with that little bit of binding that goes around the edge there as well. And it kind of just really gives it a classy luxury vibe, but it's still got its, you know, its roots in the Fullerton camp obviously, but it's undeniably Novo. I mean, these guitars, you don't even need to plug them in. They're so resonant, they're so vibey. I mean, you can't get a better feeling neck than a Novo, and these guitars are just absolutely killer. So this is a toasted marshmallow. We've got a Lake Sonic burst here as well. Let me just put that up there. So Lake Sonic obviously is like a cross between Sonic Blue and a Lake Placid Blue. Gorgeous one piece back there as well. So there's actually going to be 8 guitars in this run. The next few are going to be coming to Peach in the next sort of 2 to 3 months. I would say just keep an eye out on the website so you can check out the rest of these amazing finishes, but if the other 6 are even as half as cool as these ones, then they're going to be absolutely mind-blowing.
And here's our final assembly department.
Right here we have an Idris HSS. And we're gonna pop under the hood and take a look at the wiring. This particular one has a Fralin Modern PAF and then 2 vintage hot strap pickups. A lot of the wiring is very common. Like we do this on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 2 conductor, try to ground everything together.
Yeah.
Number 1, make sure it's clean, make sure it looks good.
Yeah.
Which I believe, you know, Bill worked on this one.
Yeah.
And I think this one looks fantastic.
Yeah, sweet, yeah.
The goal is to have them all look the same. I know everybody's got a slightly different,
Yeah.
you know, way of doing things, but yep, this looks like something I would do.
Yeah.
We also have a blend knob, so basically you're just able to blend the neck and bridge in positions 1 and 5.
Yeah. So you get that like telly kind of sort of sound, don't you, as well?
It's killer.
Yeah, that works really well.
In position 4 and 2, you
Yeah.
can have all of them.
All the pickups.
Which I
yeah.
actually think is a really cool
Yeah,
sound.
yes, almost like a out of phased kind of sort of tone, isn't it? Yeah, it's
Big,
neat. Yeah.
big fan
yeah.
of the blend knob.
Yeah.
We have the Lawler low wind Imperials on this guy. You have a volume, you have a tone, and then you have a high cut bass roll off. These are 4 conductor pickups. You know what I mean? So there's a little much going on
Yeah.
here right now.
Yeah.
But again, pretty simple wiring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We try to keep it clean, keep everything grounded. So they come in here in pieces, right?
Yeah.
And then we put everything together, wire everything
Yeah.
up. Yep. Make sure everything feels nice. If there's any inconsistencies, you know what I mean? We tackle that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So we're kind of pre-QC in a way as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Because we have our checks
Yeah.
and everything as well.
Great.
Killer.
Fantastic. All right, so thanks for watching as always, guys. We're just at the end of this video now, but just want to say a big thanks to all of our friends at Novo. So great to see all these guys, you know, doing such a fantastic job. You know, we put them on the spot here a little bit, you know, not used to being on camera, kind of like me, I guess. But, you know, it was great to see, you know, how they make the necks, you know, the some of the aging. And there's, you know, there's a few things, you know, that go on that's kind of proprietary to Novo that we're kind of sworn to secrecy on, that's super duper cool, and I get, you know, they want to protect their kind of their cool innovations that they've designed, and the guitars are just amazing. You know, you've probably, if you're watching this, you've probably seen me going on about the guitars for ages anyway, but I love them. I love the people here. They're so great to work with, and if you haven't ever tried a Novo guitar, you simply must do. They're just great. You know, I was buying Novo guitars before we was even a dealer. I think it's the last guitar I've ever bought that I've actually had to pay full price for, and I don't regret it for 1 minute. They're absolutely amazing. It's been quite challenging because there's been absolutely no sleep. I've not slept for 3 days, so apologies for my tired and wearied appearance, but just want to say thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.